We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butella.
And I'm Jill DeWood, broadcasting from Eureka Springs, Arkansas. I was trying to think of something special and unique about them, and I think the best thing that's special and unique about them is the springs and the people. And we're gonna catch up, but I'll get some more stuff here to share.
We are absolutely having a blast.
Mm-hmm.
Eureka Springs, if you've never been, please put it on your list.
Mm-hmm.
It's lurk around every bend and be amazed kind of place.
Yep.
Today, Jill and I talk about land investing from the road.
Mm-hmm.
This is week 5, and this is our update. Mm-hmm. And she and I are going to talk about how these local people love to talk about their land stories.
Oh, it's great.
Everybody's got a land story.
It's so funny. We're going to share a lot more on that. It'll be good.
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free, and I hope you know by now, Jill and I instruct every quarter a closed class called Career Path. We're in Career Path number 5 right now. If you're interested in buying and selling land as a career, or you're already doing it and you want to improve, check us out at Land Academy /Career Path.
Mm-hmm. Number 5 is in process, and number 6 will be coming in January, probably like the 3rd week of January 2023 is my goal. Okay, so back to the question here. Brett wrote, in Land Academy, the Land Academy program 3.0, they cover that your first transactions can be done through your personal name rather than an LLC, etc. The guideline for that was 10 transactions. With that being said, is there a pro or con to doing this business through my name at first rather than an LLC? Or should I pursue creating an LLC first before conducting any sort of land investing? I'm not sure why he's asking it, where he just kind of answered it at the beginning. I don't know. Okay. But if anyone has experience with both or any input, it'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks.
Okay, so here's the thing, and here's the reason I included this question. Mm-hmm. Either way is fine.
Yeah.
I tended to, especially the further now that we get into instructing Land Academy, Jill and I, try to make things more simple and give general and sometimes hard and fast rules just to make it simple. And so for the vast majority of people, doing 10 or so deals in your own name, not going through all the stuff that goes on with getting an LLC, that works. If you already have an LLC, like many people do with a different company or something like that, you can use that one. Mm-hmm. But my real point in adding this is that, and there's a huge theme this week in these questions. So Jill and I just didn't slap this together, this program, this Land
Academy thing.
when
That's
she
hilarious.
says,
that's so funny. Yeah, take Land Academy with a grain of salt. Again, we only have 16,000 plus transactions. We're not sure.
And hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of members, former members, current members, all of that. So
very successful.
We didn't just say, 10 transactions sounds good, then go get an LLC.
Yeah, why not? I don't know. I could have said 2. I said 10. I could have said 100. I don't know.
Look, I really mean you want to get your feet wet, and there's other reasons that probably we should be more vocal about why we say things like 10, then go get an LLC, because maybe you don't want to do this. So
don't
let's say you do a couple of deals and you're like, this is not what I want to do at all. Now you've got an LLC out there and also and all kinds of other stuff. So my point is, please just follow the program for your first few deals. Let's say 10, and then start to make it your own or veer from that. So right now we have a bunch of new people because of a promotion that Jill did, I guess, about a month ago. And there's tons of questions in Discord about, Jack and Jill, they say this, but what do you think about this? I say no.
The underlying theme that I think you should take away from this is, one, we really do have the experience. You know it if you're listening. And it was funny because the other day we just started Career Path and someone had mentioned, I've listened to hundreds of your shows, I'm like, we have hundreds of these shows. Number one, we really do have the experience, and that's why you're here. And the other underlying theme is we're trying to save you energy and time and money. I mean, that's why you do stuff like this. I mean, for me, I would never join a group like this as a hobby. I'm joining it for a reason. I'm not just trying to learn this because I'm killing time. I'm learning this for a reason. So I want to be aligned with people who have been there and done that, and that can save me a lot of headaches and hassle and bucks. Thank you.
It's real. If I were taking this program, if I were a Land Academy member, I would do exactly what we say and then make it my own later.
Yep.
After I passed all my tests.
Yep.
In fact, Jill and I just had the first career path for that Career Path 5. We just had the first module, and it's packed full of people that every single person for the first time in this career path, every single one, they've tested it. They believe in the concept. They have multiple examples about with themselves or their business partner where they've bought for 30 and sold for 90, and they're like, okay, this is it. Now I want to do this times 10.
Yep.
And so please get yourself to that point before you really start to honestly, before you start to question what we're teaching, because it works. Mm-hmm. Today's topic, land investing from the road. This is on a week 5 update. Jill's going to talk about how the locals just love to crack a beer and tell their land stories. This is the meat of the show.
Well, this is really your story, because he was actually telling you this whole thing. I just wanted to comment, it's sweet and it's funny when you're in a bar like here in Eureka Springs, and nobody knows you. You don't know them, right? Though, other than the guy wearing his T-shirt kind of gave it away. There was a firefighter symbol on his T-shirt, so I knew there was some connection. He's retired from that. But anyway, it's sweet when locals start talking to us about land and giving us advice on what to buy. Yep. And again, they don't know who we are or what we do. And I take it all in, honestly.
Oh, me too. Geez, I don't know this land market.
I don't want them to know. I don't want them to have preconceived notions about what I know or what I don't know. Because they might not give me the real truth, or they might want to, maybe hold something back. Heaven forbid they think I'm going to come in and buy up the town, because I don't want them to think that too. Not that I wouldn't, but I want some.
Not that you wouldn't.
Not that
You'd come in and buy all this.
No, not that I would. I'm sorry.
Hey, Southern California, you're just going to come into Arkansas and buy it all?
No, exactly.
Darn,
this is my new goal. No. So my point is, it's fun, and this is our whole take on what we're talking about today. Update from the road right now and where we are. You don't need to get out and do this, but if you can, it's really beneficial.
And it's fun.
And that's why you're listening, I'm sure. Like, what are we learning from the road? And we're learning so much local information. I can get a lot talking to brokers, right? We tell you to do that in Land Academy. When you want to get to know an area, call a local broker, find out what's really going on, where are things happening, get your temperature check for the area. But the best thing is when you're standing in a bar buying a beer from a retired firefighter who knows the area.
Yeah, this guy launched, but nobody knows what we do. Unless somebody directly asks or they recognize us, we don't tell anybody what we do. We're just tourists. And this guy told us a great story. He said in this area, it's unincorporated. He didn't use that word, but it's not in a town. It's county property. And he built for his own personal use, a masterpiece of what he believed was going to be the house for the rest of his life. And he said, all in when he was done, he spent $100,000, almost immediately got a blind offer for $250 and sold it. And he's a retired firefighter, like Joe mentioned, so he's got a pension associated with that. And that's it. My first response was, well, why don't you go do that 5 more times? I said that, just like that. And he said,
so funny.
Why? He's just done.
That look was...
I'll never forget it.
That look was like, yeah, what are you talking about?
He's like, why would I do that again? It's over for me. So between his pension and that cash, he's going to go to what? Singapore?
Phuket, Thailand.
Yeah, Phuket.
He's going to Phuket for the year. It's like,
and then he proceeded to tell us exactly why that was the place to do it from a land standpoint. And this other area is too hard to do it. And here's why. And it was really just cool. An amazing amount of information. Really useful information for me, and entertaining as hell.
Oh, yeah. So darn funny. It was really, really good. I'm trying to think of some other good updates. I'll give you another update from the road, week 5. I hope and pray, please, if you're listening, please pray with me that the next time you see me, see this background here? It's all different.
It's bigger.
Yes. That's our goal. I need to put I'm going to put something on social media here again soon, but I was going to put an update. I don't know how many days it is. It feels like 800, but it's probably more like, I don't know, 40. We're probably 40, 50 days on the road. I'm not sure, but I'm done with this. I snapped today.
Please be specific, Jill.
Oh, I'll tell you. Yes. Jill snapped a little bit this morning. It's not like I don't go really mad, but I'm just like, now what was once cute and quaint and look how sweet this is, and look how much of my stuff I can get crammed into these drawers. Now I'm like, no, not anymore. now I need to, and I don't need much. 2 feet would change my life. If I could 2 more feet to myself, that would be great. So we're going to go shopping next week. Again, not that we haven't gone shopping, but we're now to the end where we're both kind of like, checkbooks are...
Let me translate for Jill. Jill's a little emotional right now, which I understand. She's not done with this lifestyle. She loves this lifestyle.
I love lifestyle.
We live in 24 feet of RV, and we've decided that it's too small. We just got off the phone with a network of RV maintenance / dealership / storage. I love working with these guys, by the way. I won't plug their name, but the guy's like, you're not the first person who's come in here and said, we need a bigger rig.
Take my Sprinter, please.
Yeah, take it. And it's been great.
I'm going to walk in and throw in the keys.
It's been great, and they sell well, and this is our, Jill and I still live in it, and we call it it's a lot of fun on our first rig.
Well, you know what's sweet about it? Let me save you some time. It's great for a weekend. The guy just said it on the phone. It's perfect for a weekend. Absolutely.
Yeah, or even a week.
Yeah. But 5 and
6
going
months.
on 8?
6 months is not going to work.
Yeah.
It's just too small.
It's been funny, though. So happy you could join us today. 5 days a week. You can find us here on the Land Academy Show.
Next week on the Land Academy, tomorrow on the Land Academy Show, we're going to talk about the value of selling land with a homemade sign and a bunch of neighbor letters. You are not alone in your real estate ambition. Every single career path we have, it's a two-way learning process. We've got a guy in career path right now. He's like, that's all I ever do. I put a sign on my property and I send out a bunch of mailer letters, and every single property sells with very few exceptions.
Mm-hmm. We'll talk about that now that you already covered it.
Yep.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. I know we talked about it a minute ago in the question of here, but check it out. Go to landacademy.com. You'll find out all kinds of things about us if you're really interested in doing this. And our latest and greatest version for 2022 is it's Land Academy 3.0, catching up with Land Academy. Isn't that funny? Why do we call it catching up? Well, I just found you guys. Did that happen?
Well, we've been here.
Believe it or not.
It's like listening to the Beatles for the first time.
Yeah.
I know this new band called the Beatles.
You've been doing this since the 90s. I came along when did I come along? 2009. Wow. And in 2015, this is amazing. It's
the
been
last
this long.
50 days have been the hardest for Jill.
Yeah. Whew. And then 2015, we launched Land Academy. And so now we really can say catching up with Land Academy. But you know what? It keeps getting better and easier and more fun. And the deals are awesome. And check it out. And we can show you. We are Jack and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you found our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.